Last week, on the road to Loretta's. For champions, the will to succeed knows no limits.
I want to be the best there is, and I just want to be there every moto. I want to be known as that kid that works harder than anyone else in the game.
Winning here isn't just another championship. Because Loretta Lynn's can change everything.
It's the most important race you've ever been in because it's the one that everyone's watching.
Everybody who's done anything in Supercross, myself, Ricky Carmichael, Jerry McGrath, all these guys came up through Loretta's.
It's the biggest, the best, most pristine amateur national in the world.
If you want to get on the radar of amateur motocross, this is the place to be. This is the proving grounds, because if you win here, you beat everyone. And I think that's what makes this the crucible of amateur motocross. It does not get any more competitive than Loretta Lynn's.
San Clemente, California, a postcard beach town that embraces everything California should be, sun and sand in the center of paradise. But as Brian Burns knows all too well, life isn't always a stroll on the boardwalk. For every day spent racing, another night is spent out here working.
Right now we're in a SC Rider Supply. It's my shop. I've been, well, not really my shop, but I work here for about a year and a half, and they've really helped me out. And I work here 3 days a week. I work here Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, 10 to 6 or 10 to 7 or whatever I could fit in that day. I mean, I'm out here either changing tires or selling helmets or doing whatever it takes.
Unlike most others, Brian supports his own racing through his work.
SC Rider Supply is Brian.
An endeavor that makes getting to the top of this sport just that much harder.
When I get my paycheck, it's usually nothing or a little bit, or I owe my boss some money because I put my parts on my time cards. There's days where I can't ride during the week because I don't have enough money. It's tough. I'm just trying to do the best with what I got, and I'm going to push it until I can't anymore.
When racing becomes a matter of dollars and cents, the clock is always ticking.
If I don't make to Loretta's or do very well at Loretta's, that's really going to hinder my ability to continue racing, because if I'm not improving as much as I want to and not, making it to these big races, that might, draw an end to me.
With little time to spare, Brian secured a ride to the Spring Nationals in Texas. The time to prove himself is now.
We're just getting ready to leave to Oak Hill actually today, so it was kind of short notice, but I feel like everything's good. I feel great. My bikes feel great. Just got them all dialed in, and we're ready to go do some motoing out at Oak Hill.
It will be his first chance to measure his pace against his competitors from around the country.
I'm just going to ride as hard as I can, and I feel strong, and I feel like I've definitely worked harder than anybody getting here. So I'm just going to give it my all.
If Brian plans on becoming a professional athlete, each and every ride steers his fate. With his sights set on championships, he found himself frustrated and bested by his competition. He used the opportunity to take notes and head back to the drawing board in search of perfection. After this week, Brian knows his situation is becoming more dire by the day. Start winning or find a new career path. In motocross, a year of setbacks is often followed by a year of progress. This year, Dakota Alex has found his stride.
Last year, I thought last year was my year. I knew I had the speed and I knew I was one of the top guys, but I didn't really ever feel that comfortable on the bike. And now, being on the KTM and working with all the guys, I'm starting to feel really comfortable, and I think this year is my year.
At the James Stewart Freestone Spring Championship in Wortham, Texas, Dakota started to find the results he had been working for, earning a championship in the college boy class. Against his biggest competition, Dakota proved that he was the man to beat in Texas. However, his recent success is a sharp contrast to his 2011 season.
My first bad crash was in Muddy Creek in Tennessee for the first regional. 2 weeks after that, I had another big crash in Boom Tioga for my Northeast regional. After the concussion, I didn't really know what was going on, but then the next day I realized what I did and how much I messed up and how I wasn't going to Loretta's the next year, and I was basically depressed.
Confidence is one of the many intangibles that make or break an aspiring racer. With a little bit of momentum, Dakota began to regain his confidence from 2010 and made his statement that he's here to win. Word travels fast, and an early season championship can give a rider the mental edge they need to win again.
Finally got a pretty big win for me because it's a big confidence booster, and it means a lot actually, because I've been struggling on big bikes, but finally put it all together today and got a moto win.
At the Millsaps training facility in Cairo, Georgia, the pre-dawn light welcomes the riders that live there to another excruciating day of training. In order to be an athlete at the highest level, one must also train at the highest level. Every athlete comes here for one reason: to be the best they can be.
It's changed a lot over the years, and I think the biggest thing has changed is the discipline. In the beginning, these boys just came here and rode. There was no warm-ups, you know? There wasn't a program, so to speak. They'd drive to Tallahassee and do whatever the football coach asked them to do, and it was a football workout.
What began as a private riding facility has transformed into a world-class training center. It's no surprise they turn out some of the best racers in amateur motocross.
The train here at MTF is pretty gnarly. You get really tired after a week, and by the second week, you're feeling that, you know, you don't just go out and have fun on your dirt bike.
This is a job. The kids that are here, they do their gym training. They do their track work, 4 or 5 hours a day with Colleen. They're in here for another 4 or 5 hours with me. They go home, they do their schoolwork. They have all these other things that they have to do on top of just riding the dirt bike.
Year in and year out, MTF cultivates talented racers into serious amateurs on the path to success.
I mean, every single day we have more and more athletes contacting us, and right now I have more interest from Canadian Olympic programs and U.S. Olympic programs and the Olympic athletes from around the world that are trying to come to us, because now we're testing at a level that there's only 2 or 3 people in the world doing.
If science gives Dakota the edge, heart is what drives him to keep pushing the limits. MTF has given Dakota the tools to push his dream farther than he ever imagined.
In 2008 and 2009, I was kind of just like another mid-pack kid almost.
But now he finds himself setting the bar, pushing the progression of amateur motocross.
2010, I started to pick it up, and into Loretta's, I was a kid that no one knew about. I had a few sponsors helping me out, but for the most part, my dad was doing it for me.
As Dakota soon learned, a win at Loretta Lynn's could instantly put him on the map.
And Dakota Alex is feeling it. He has got his mojo, and he is on his way to picking up his first race win at Loretta Lynn's.
It was crazy. Like throughout the week, I ended up pretty much being a factory rider. And it's crazy how that one Loretta has changed so much for me.
The coming years are crucial to Dakota's development into the pro ranks. To be fully prepared, he needs to be totally confident in his equipment.
This year, going into Loretta's, I'm going in to win it, really. I mean, there's no reason I can't win. I got a great team behind me, great family, great support. I'm feeling good on the bike. I think I can happen. I just need to keep working hard and do what I'm doing, and I think it's just going to be a good year.
At the top of the amateur ranks, riders are faced with an endless amount of variables: intensity, fatigue, confidence, strength, mechanical failures, weather. But those who win are often those who are the most prepared to face those variables, no matter what they may be.
It's about putting the whole bigger picture together and having the nutrition, having the strength, having the cardio, having everything completely covered, and knowing that every single day you're pushing yourself to the limit, but you're not pushing yourself over it.
On the other side of the limit lies evolution. As riders learn to find the edge, they begin to understand how to step over it.
I mean, Loretta's is that important where you would have to do whatever it takes to win.
Preparing here in Georgia, Dakota hopes his hard work pays off, just as it did in 2010.
Hopefully in August, all the hard work will pay off and I'll be up on top of the podium with that #1 plate.
Next time on Road to Loretta's, Anthony Rodriguez left everything he knew to come to America and chase the dream.
Well, yeah, I had to leave all my friends back in home and a lot of family back there. Like, I live here by myself, but I mean, I got to do whatever it takes if I want to make my dreams become true.
Along with his competitor Dakota Alex, the pair continue to push each other to find the limit. Meanwhile, Christina Older sweats in South Carolina.
Last year was a big heartbreaker for me. I went into Loretta's expecting to win, and when the gate dropped, it wasn't me. So this year, I'm going there to win.